Hey class, Dr. Jaggers here with your weekly update. So we are nearing the end of the first set of chapters, Module 1, and I did not have an update last week because there really wasn't much new to update you about, except for the recorded lectures for Chapter 14, which you should have seen by now that were posted, and hopefully have been watching those as a way to help your understanding of the material and see some of the key points that I emphasize within that content. Now, next week on Friday is our very first exam. So that'll be on February 2nd, and it will be in person. Make sure that you understand that you have to come to Davidson Hall, room 301, to take that exam. Even though this is an online class, we are doing the exams in person. Now, I will have an online version that I plan to have posted with the Respondus Lockdown browser, but in order for you to access it, you'll need to come to Davidson Hall, and then also during that time, you'll receive an access code to take the exam. However, I will also have hard copies available because with my HSS 202 class, I recently learned that even in person with Respondus through using Blackboard Ultra, there were a lot more students that were having issues with their computers getting Respondus to work correctly. So I plan to have those as a backup just in case, and most likely some of you will probably want to take a hard copy anyway. But if you want to go ahead and download the Respondus software and have that on your computer, please go ahead and do that. And then that way, whenever the time comes, you can come to Davidson Hall, room 301, either at 9:30, or if you have class at 9:30, then come at 11 o'clock. Or if you have class at 11 and 9:30 and cannot make it between the hours of 9:30 to 12, please reach out to me, let me know. Some of you already have, so we can make arrangements for you to come in a little bit later than that time. That way I know that you're going to be a little late, but that's perfectly fine. You know, if you have class, I understand. But for the most part, a lot of students don't have class on Fridays, which is why we set it at that time to begin with and got the room reserved. So if you have any questions about anything, please let me know when it comes to either the content or what you would need to do for preparing for the exam. There's a study guide that's also been posted. Use that to your advantage. And then one other thing I want to make sure that you're aware of is there will be a quiz that will be online as well, posted no later than Monday, probably over the weekend though. You'll have until Thursday night to get that completed. So it'll cover the same material, chapter 12, chapter 13, and chapter 14. And you'll have 2 attempts to complete that quiz. You will not need to use the Respondus Lockdown browser. So if you want to use your notes, that's completely up to you. However, since I give you 2 attempts, I would encourage you to use that first attempt without your notes to test your knowledge over the content. And then any questions that you miss, you may want to go back and refresh your memory about that material prior to the exam on Friday. So the second attempt is your way to get that perfect score. After you've done the first attempt, if you want to go back, use your notes to get all the answers correct and get a perfect score, by all means, go for it. It's totally up to you. But the exam is not open note. Just keep that in mind. I shouldn't have to say that, but I think some students like to assume that maybe it is, but it's not. Only the quizzes are. So if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. I hope you've been staying on top of the recorded lectures and the chapter assignments, and enjoy the rest of your week.